everyone, this is Alex with Tillamook Estuaries Partnership and Chrissy with Friends of Netarts Bay Webs. And we are here today to do an activity to help you better understand what a watershed is and how they work. This activity is called Crumple Watershed, and to do it you're going to need a few supplies. You'll need a sheet of paper. You'll need a few markers. I like to use blue, green, and brown, and maybe have some accent colors in there. And then a spray bottle with a little bit of water in it. So the first step to this activity is to take your sheet of paper and to crumple it. Can't have a crumpled watershed without a crumpled piece of paper. Once it's nice and crumpled, you're gonna wanna open it up. Ooh, I got it nice and crumpled this time. Open it up, kind of help create some of those peaks and ridges as you open it up, as I'm doing here, some of these nice ridges. And what you can see is some of these ridges kind of look a little bit like mountaintops. So what we're gonna do now is open our paper up a little bit, and we're gonna color the areas that would be considered mountains. I'm gonna color mine green. And the areas where we think, if this were the landscape, water would drain off of those mountains. So what we would see on our paper is kind of these valley sections. I'm gonna color those blue with water. And I might add some little bit with some brown or some other colors in here too as we go. So I'm gonna get started on that. Actually, I'm going to start with the blue first because it makes more sense to start with the smaller water first. And for a little bit of fun, I'm going to add some other features. So the next step we're going to take is we're going to make it rain on our watershed. So I take my spray bottle and I'm just gonna kind of squirt on some of these mountain tops. And what you'll notice is you make it rain, because I use some color washable markers here. The colors actually kind of start to bleed and run together, and you can see how the water, if it were raining on a landscape, would actually run off those hillsides and down into these low spots through what we colored as our blue into our rivers and our valleys and our little estuary at the end there, or a lake. And there's some where the low spots really are, you see water collecting, and that's going to be our wetlands or our river valleys. And you can see just how things that might happen to be on the land, whether it be soil or rocks or sticks or other debris, might also kind of run with that water into these rivers and lakes and streams and all the way down into our estuaries. The other thing you'll notice is that where I drew some of our land use things, like our cows and our house and our beach, or maybe this is actually just a bare spot of dirt, those areas also kind of ran into our streams. And so you can see how our land use might actually impact some of the streams that we use. And why it's sometimes important to take steps to protect our water bodies, our bodies of water, and make sure that there are riparian areas or plants along our stream sides, or that we don't leave any bare ground right next to our bodies of water. So that's the basics of a watershed. A watershed is the area of land surrounding a certain location that drains into a river or a lake or an estuary or the ocean. So this is a neat way to demonstrate the different things that can happen, to demonstrate how a watershed works and how some of the things that we do on our landscape can impact our watersheds, and maybe help us think about ideas on how we can help protect our waterways from anything that might be running into them off of our land. Thanks for joining us for this activity on watersheds today, and keep looking forward for more content.